there. Another strike for the Indians, though, on the boys' side. Carr can't match it for Northmor as he got a little high. Bella White on the girls' side for the Knights. Hits it high, but says, hey, what can I tell you? Gives the Michael Jordan shrug as she gets another strike. As does Cardington right next door. Mackenzie Kiefer for the Buccos. And nope, can't get the second strike in a row for Mount Gilead to leave 10-pin standing. Very Temeko, a little awkward release there. I should say that's Haley Walker. Looks like she was a little off balance as she approached the line. A good spare pickup. Yeah, the YouTube channel is back up and operating now, our YouTube Live. Yeah, so we apologize again for the video problem. We had to reboot our Facebook Live page, and now our YouTube page is working once. Our YouTube channel is now working once again. So thank you very much for rejoining us here at the KMAC Bowling Championships here in Galion on OH Report. Area we spent a lot of time in covering the KMAC and the MOAC up here. And a big strike for East Knox's girls. And that was Hayden Wright. Came up with the big X for the Bulldogs. A little bit too much hook there from Ferry Temeko that time. Cardington, on the other hand, a little bit too high and results in a 6-7-10 split for Miranda Kintz. And this is the Baker round where there's bowl in succession. And 6 rounds total. And the spare pickup there for Temeko. Again, that right-hand point, trying to get the ball to go right, is working. A little too much hook there on the spare attempt by Kintz. Audrey Hammond on lane 10 for Northmor. She's been a little bit off in this Baker round, but not that time. The commentator's curse in reverse, if you will. Another strike for the Indians. The Tribe looking to stretch their lead on the boys' side. It's Mason Hupfer, but he left 3 for Mount Gilead. Hammond with a double on lane 10 for the Northmor girls team. Hammond suddenly starting to find the range here in the latter stages of the Baker rounds. Aubrey Hammond now back on lane 10, looking to make it a turkey, a treble. After a slow start. Not that time. Fredericktown boys on lane 4, a little bit too much hook on that. Laura Quaid, not enough hook over there on lane 11 for Crestline. Both the Northmor teams side by side here. And a big strike there for Lexi Ferguson of Northmor. Pretty straight ball, but found the right place. We're wrapping up here in the Baker rounds. Ooh, nice hook at the end there for Northmor to get the strike from Caleb Jones on the Brooklyn side again. And we're in the Baker rounds here. Bella White for Northmor, not quite enough to get that 2-pin to go across and take out the 10. Late hook action there, took out the 10, but not the 7. On lane 8 for Josh Richardson, the senior. Elena Jones for Cardington on lane 10, a little high. And a good spare pickup there for Northmor's boys. Nash Ponko for the Golden Knights. Too much hook there. So Jones on lane 10 looking to get another spare here for the Pirates. And oh, nearly a good 5-7 pickup there by Haley Walker, trying to duplicate what Audrey Hammond did in game 3. Crestline looking to pick up a spare on lane 12 for the girls. Not quite there, though. Stapleton for East Knox, a little bit high, but only leaves the 4-pin. With Aiden Stapleton of the Bulldogs. AJ Seller can't get his spare either on lane 7. Good spare pickup for Centerburg on lane 5. Trojans can't get, I should say, the Pirates can't get theirs on lane 10 for the girls through Miranda Kintz. Nice hook. Oh, too much hook this time. And again, that right point doesn't always work. In this case for Ferry Tomeko. And another strike for the Indians boys. Kintz couldn't get enough hook there. Brady Carr gets his spare on lane 7. Audrey Hammond on lane 9. Hammond in the pocket, but not much pin action there. More so from Mount Gilead, but still leaving himself a 4-10 split. That's Carson Street. I mentioned had 6 straight strikes in that 3rd game as Mount Gilead stretched their team lead. Hammond can't get that spare. Carson Street trying to bend it the other way and didn't aim it far enough left. And nearly getting the pickup there for Cardington was Kaylee Castile. That 4-pin teetered but never dropped. Mount Gilead Indians girls getting a 9 over there on lane 13. Mason Hupfer, yeah, they've got him all right, it seems like. Lexi Ferguson from the Brooklyn side, not enough. Fredericktown on lane 14 for the girls. And a ball to match the team colors. Oh, everything but that 10-pin. These 10 pins have been stubborn today, I've noticed. East Knox's Braxton Lauman a little bit high on the head pin, but got by with it. Nash Ponko of Northmor did not. He's got the 6-7 split over there on lane 7. Too much hook there. Good spare pickup for East Knox on lane 6. Ponko can't get the split pickup. Lauman got his spare made. Elena Jones for Cardington looking for a spare on lane 10. 3 pins still standing, and she missed them all. A little high in the head pin. Another strike for the Tribe. Likewise for Haley Walker. Haley Walker delivers for Northmor's girls, as does AJ Seller for Northmor's boys. Nice spare pickup by Jasmine Strauss for East Knox's girls. Brady Carr a little bit high, but he got the strike anyway. Oh, a spectacular 4-7 pickup on the split. East Knox's Aiden Stapleton with a split spare. And East Knox girls likewise counter with a strike coming from Hayden Wright again. Some late break. Oh man, how'd that 7-pin stay up? Audrey Hammond. Back-to-back early in this round. Goes too high, but gets it. Well, it reminds me a little bit of doing Ohio State men's and women's volleyball in Big Ten Plus. Some of the chance their bench players have for their players when they're stepping up to serve. And the 10-pin again, that stubborn 10-pin bites Centerburg over on lane 5 for the boys. Hammond again gets a split, and that's bigger than that 5-7 she had to pick up in game 3, the 6-7 this time. Audrey Hammond deliver a little more magic here. Not quite. Need to be maybe a board out far to the right. She might have had it. Mason Hupfer standing up here for Mount Gilead. A strike for the Crestline girls over there on lane 12. And these are the Baker rounds, after which we will have our awards for the team champions and the top 10 individuals on both the boys' side and the girls' side. Mason Hupfer of Mount Gilead, not quite far enough out to the right. Centerburg looking for a big spare pickup, and they get it over on lane 5. Nicely done for the Trojans. Dead in the pocket, and the strike for Kyron Heil of Northmor. Lexi Ferguson only got 3 over there on lane 10 for the Northmor girls. Oh, everything but the 5-pin for Elena Jones. Ferguson, not quite. And Heil, on the other hand, was. Laura Quaid can't pick up the spare over on lane 12 for Crestline. Bella White a little bit high in the head pin, but got by with it. And Jones can't find the line there. Kyron Heil does, though. Again, White, the left-hander, that's a tougher shot for a left-hander, and you see why. Ooh, nice little bounce there off the boards to avoid a split for Mackenzie Kiefer of Cardington here on lane 9. All right. Nash Ponko's going to join us here in a moment as soon as we get the cables untangled. There we go. All right, all set. Nash Ponko, your team has been fighting from behind all day long, but you started to get hot there in the third game, trying to catch up to Mount Gilead, who are also getting hot. What's been the big key for your team today?
We've just been trying to focus more on our lines and having good overall throws and staying in the pocket, just knocking them all down.
Yeah, I've seen a few Brooklyn side shots that have worked, and some you got by, some you haven't though. But Mount Gilead, they've been pretty tough today. Yeah. Playing next to, especially, has to be a big challenge for you guys, knowing you got to catch up to them.
It is. We watch them do really good, and it's trying to push us to do better too.
Nash Ponko of Northmor as the Golden Knights, trying to do the double with the boys and the girls. The girls are out ahead, but the Knights still have some work to do here in the Baker's rounds. Thank you very much, Nash. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Doing the lanes changes here as we continue through the Baker rounds. The team sharing 2 lanes, as is the custom in bowling, to use 2 lanes so nobody gains an unfair advantage. Okay, Northmor here in lane 8, and Mount Gilead in lane 7 right in front of us. East Knox back over in lane 5, and a strike there coming from Blake Calhoun, league leader on the boys' side this season. Fredericktown over on lane 3. And the Freddies with another strike. So we're going to take our camera here on top. It's going to swing around. You can see the big crowd we have here. It's pretty full here inside Victory Lanes in Galion. With high school bowling becoming increasingly popular, and this is a terrific facility and a good spare pickup there for Cardington's Kaylee Castile. But it's a lot of parents and family members coming out to cheer on their kids and support them as, again, OHSA bowling becomes a bigger and bigger sport. You look now over, that's the girls' side over there to our right in lanes 9 through 16. And another strike there on that side, just in time to see Laura Quaid, the left-hander for Crestline, the Ohio State Fair band member. And dead in the pocket there for Madison Lowther, but just not much pin action coming up. Yeah, Northmor girls, they've been dominant the last several seasons, and they only have the one senior, Audrey Hammond. And an unlucky break for Crestline's girls on lane 11. Thought they had the strike, but that 7-pin just would not go down. Lowther trying to get the spare, but only gets the 1 on the mini split. Not enough late break there on that shot coming from Carson Street. Just enough break there from A.J. Seller. Ferry Tomeko stepping up for Northmor. A little off balance and gets it a little bit high. Okay, this is the 9th edition of the KMAC Bowling Championships. Elena Jones misses a little bit to the left on that spare attempt. Another stubborn 10-pin for Centerburg. No such problem for Brady Carr of Northmor, though. And there's the spare pickup. Nicely done by Temeko. The pointing right this time worked. It's been about 50-50 on that for the Northmor girls. And Kyron Heil can't get that 7-pin to go. Hit it dead in the pocket. And a great spare pickup for Fredericktown over on lane 13 for the girls. Audrey Hammond again. This time on lane 10. A little bit on the Brooklyn side. Madison Hupfer comes up big again for Mount Gilead as they try to keep their lead. Kyron Heil trying to cut into it. And as in the regular season, the Northmor girls and the Mount Gilead boys led after the 3 games as Hammond gets her spare pickup. And a strike for the Northmor girls. It's Haley Walker. Miranda Kintz next to her in lane 9 for Cardington, stepping up, looking for a spare pickup, that 4-pin, and she hooked it a little too much. And Walker can't make it back-to-back strikes with that hot pink ball. Here's Jackson Callista stepping up, one of the seniors for Mount Gilead. Hits it on the Brooklyn side, and have a tough spare pickup coming up here. Nice spare pickup for Crestline's girls over on lane 11. And the latter stage of these Baker rounds. Again, after we're done here with the Baker rounds, we will have a nice spare pickup there for the Cardington girls. Kaylee Castile coming through for the Buccos. And then we will have the awards presentations, the team championships, along with the top 10 individuals, both boys and girls. AJ Seller might be a contender for one of those. On the boys' side, he gets another strike for Northmor. Remember to join OH Report for the Joe Show, as well as all of our high school basketball tournament coverage coming up here over the next 6 weeks. I want to make sure I extend my thanks to Brian Skoronsky and Travis Berardi for bringing me on for this, as well as hopefully a few more basketball games as we go forward. And thanks to Adam Thompson for all his work this weekend, getting everything set up and running our live streams here on our Facebook Live page, as well as our YouTube channel. Okay. And we got the screens are color coded for us.
So red is, so they're on their fourth.
Yeah.
They're give you an idea.
A little strike for East Knox over there on lane 6. Hayden Stapleton coming up with another one.
So they're on round 4. They're on round 3. 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 4.
In 6 rounds in this, some teams are ahead of others in this. Yeah. Fortunately, we have any equipment issues here. Northmor and Cardington are on their 6th round, as are East Knox and Crestline. Fredericktown, Mount Gilead, these are the girls, they're on lane 13 and 14. They are in their 5th round. And Fredericktown over at the end is on their 6th round as well. To our left, the boys had some delays over there. Apparently Crestline is in their 2nd round, as are Cardington. The rest of Fredericktown, East Knox, Northmor, Mount Gilead are in rounds 4 or 5 in 6 rounds in this Baker's round. Everybody looks up at the Mount Gilead boys and the Northmor girls.
Let's go. Come on, Indians.
As they kept their positions at the top of the standings as they did during the regular season. Calhoun for East Knox. He gets a strike. As we make our last lane changes here. Another strike for the Crestline girls over on lane 12. Audrey Hammond hits it a little high, but gets by with it. 6'10" over there on that right side.
Every athletic director has been in here and said hi to you.
Yeah. Also want to make sure we thank all the athletics directors here in the KMAC who've come by here and helped us out with all this work. Hammond getting her spare. Because we appreciate their work all season long on all the sports we cover here on OH Report. And a bad split coming up here for Cardington's girls on lane 10. But Kaylee Castile got that one, indeed she did. Victory Lanes will be hosting the PBA Sherry Bodkins Women's Health Awareness Memorial Central Open. Now in its 15th year, that tournament runs March 27th through the 29th, bringing senior professional bowlers to Galion for Pro-Am events, qualifying rounds, and championship match play. For event details or future participation opportunities, call Victory Lanes at 419-468-4868, or come up here and visit them at 739 Portland Way South in Galion. Another strike for the East Knox boys on lane 6. That one coming from Seamus Lashley. AJ Seller misses his spare opportunity on lane 7. Stapleton alongside of him hits it a little high. Levi Harvey will step up again. He had 5 straight strikes in that 3rd game. He and Street were hot as the Indians stretched their lead over Northmor in that 3rd game. After it was pretty close after 2 games, just a few hundred pins, but the Indians opened up big. But this time, another 4, 6, 7, 10. I think that's the 5th one we've seen today. And a strike for Bella White, the left-hander for Northmor's girls.
So this is not Gilead's team. I didn't know. I heard the referee.
Now, as we go and look at their scores here, Levi Harvey threw a 222, and that was second to Carson Street. He had a 241. Again, they combined for 11 straight strikes at one point as 3 of their 5 bowlers went over 200. Mason Hupfer also threw a 207, and that was a little bit of a drop-off. He threw a 203 and then a 244, so he leads the way with a 654 series in the 3 games for the Indians. Right behind him, though, was Street. He had a 632. That's why Mount Gilead had such a great record during the regular season. And Levi Harvey had the high series on the season. Mason Hupfer was second. Hupfer was second in the league in his average. Harvey was fifth in the league. CJ Nip with another strike. A big production here from the Nip, averaged almost 179 a game. But Carson Street, he averaged 173.9 on the season. And he had a season high of 222 previously. So Street with a season high here today in the tournament when you want to get it. As these teams get ready for the state tournament, come up, and a strike for Cardington's girls. Madison Lowther gets it. And of course, Audrey Hammond gets one for the Northmor Golden Knights. Again, she struggled the first couple rounds of this Baker's round, but she's gotten better here as this match has gone on. And back-to-back strikes for the Pirates. Miranda Kintz follows up Lowther's strike with one of her own. I think that was Kaylee Castile who did that. And we'll take a look at Cardington's numbers here. They were pretty consistent, not as good obviously as Northmor, but they had, leading the way was Lowther. She had a 427 series, and she was very consistent, 140, 144, and 143. Right behind Miranda Kintz, only 10 behind her with a 417 series in the 3 games. Now, Lowther's was 4th in the league with a 162 average, so Lowther's a little bit below her average today, but again, very consistent. At 162.8 average, put her 4th in the KMAC. Audrey Hammond, she only averaged 157.8, but she had the high game and the high series on the season, leading the way for the Knights as they continue this 30-match winning streak that they've been on since 2023-2024. Half these teams in their final rounds of these Baker's rounds. It looks like Cardington and Northmor's girls may have wrapped theirs up right now. Trojans get a spare on lane 6. Step right up, AJ Seller for the Northmor Golden Knights. Hey, AJ, you've been one of the top performers today, but you've had a mountain to climb all day long trying to catch up to Mount Gilead.
Yeah.
And what's been the key to the team so far today in this tournament?
I think it's a lot of keeping a good headspace. And trying to stay focused on everything else, trying not to focus on what's back here.
Yeah, and you mentioned a minute ago, it's a little different from some other sports. That you go up, you take your shots, and then you have to sit and watch for a little while. What's the adjustment for that compared to, say, other team sport athletes?
Well, it does give you a lot of time to think about what you're going to do next. If you have to make an adjustment, switch to another ball, stuff like that.
So, AJ Seller has been terrific here in the 3rd game, as well as these Baker rounds. Thank you very much for your time,
Thank
AJ.
you.
We do appreciate one of the seniors
You too.
on the Northmor Golden
Thank you.
Knights.
Have a nice day.
You too. Elena Jones gets a strike for Cardington on lane 9, the girls' side. Kyron Heil a little bit high on lane 7, leaves a couple though. Barry Tomeko gets a strike on lane 10. And they're likewise Mason Hupfer for the Mount Gilead boys. Kaylee Castile for Cardington can't make it back-to-back. Laura Quaid leaves one over there for Crestline on lane 11. Hupfer looks to go back-to-back here for the Indians. And he does go. Quaid can't get her spare though. Just missed, had a lot of late hook on it. Meanwhile, another strike for Cardington. Kaylee Castile for the Buccos. Now Audrey Hammond looking for her spare and gets it. She was just behind Kelsey Jensen in the individual standings after the 3 games. Nice hook, but a little bit high on the head pin for Haley Walker with that hot pink ball. And that's a very difficult spare to pick up. Not as difficult though for Cardington on lane 9, but she missed it. Madison Lowther, we got hot here in the Bakers rounds, missing that shot. East Knox getting unlucky over on lane 5 with the boys. Left the 7-pin standing. And a great spare pickup on lane 7 for Mount Gilead. That was Clark for East Knox, looking to get that, the left-hander looking to get that 7-pin. And he put a little too much hook on it. Jackson Callista for Mount Gilead on lane 7. Has it in the pocket and has the strike. Oh, and a nasty split here on lane 8 for Northmor. Not quite getting it was Nash Ponko, who we had on earlier. Tough break for Callista on lane 7 there. Not quite enough hook on the shot from Mackenzie Kiefer for Cardington. So we're in round 4 of the 6 rounds of the Bakers round here. Lexi Ferguson picks up her spare for Northmor, as does AJ Seller. Now Bella White for Northmor's girls. Hits it in the pocket, but gets a nasty split out of it. Now Brady Carr for the Northmor boys gets a strike for the Knights. Elena Jones doing her best to stay off the line and doesn't foul. White again, just has to go for the 2 on the right, 6'10". Dead in the pocket by Kyron Heil, but that 10-pin, as we've seen on all the lanes, just does not want to go down. Next to him, CJ Nip for Mount Gilead with an easy spare pickup. Jones can't get her spare on lane 9. Nor can the Bulldogs of East Knox over on lane 12. That was Kelsey Jensen. And Jensen was the league leader with a 175 average for the girl on the girls' side. And another nasty split facing the Northmor Golden Knights. Just about everybody in round 4 of 6 here in the Baker's rounds. Again, remember to stay with us here on OH Report, live and free for the awards ceremony. Afterwards, a strike there for Kaylee Castile of Cardington. Audrey Hammond can't duplicate it to her right. And we'll have the team championships trophies awarded along with the top 10 individuals on both the boys and the girls sides. Hammond is probably going to be up there for the girls again. She was second coming into this Baker's round. A few of the Mount Gilead players, such as Levi Harvey and Carson Street, should be in that top 10 on the boys' side as well. And Hammond able to get her spare. Again, she has picked it up considerably here in the last couple of rounds after the first two were a little bit of a struggle. Nice spare pickup for Crestview's boys over on lane 1. Crestline, I should say. Here in Crestline Bulldogs, an affiliate member here for the KMAC Bowling. Fredericktown, who are second in the girls, get a strike over on lane 13. Mount Gilead next time looking to duplicate it in that 10-pin again. While the Knights get a strike for the girls. Oh, and there's another stubborn 10-pin for Mount Gilead. No such problem for the Freddies over on lane 3, their boys team. AJ Seller, that's the 4-pin, stays up. A good spare pickup for Cardington's girls. This one coming from Miranda Kintz. And back-to-back strikes for the Northmor girls on lane 10. Kintz again, finds the pocket, but finds that 10-pin as stubborn as all the others. Settler with an easy pickup. Crestline boys have finished up. They walk past us, as have the East Knox girls, so we're reaching the final stages here of these Baker's rounds. And another strike, Brady Carr for Northmor. CJ Nip fired up after another strike for the Indians. The East Knox boys have concluded their Baker's rounds as well. Mason Hupfer from Mount Gilead, a little high, but he got it. Northmore's girls have concluded, as have the Centerburg, both Centerburg teams. And another strike for Northmor as well. As the Knights follow up the Indians, with Hupfer looking to go back-to-back here to try to close it out. A little high again this time. It cost him. A little high as well for Kyron Heil. Gilead and Fredericktown's girls still going at it over in lanes 13 and 14 to our right. Fredericktown with a spare opportunity here, and she has it. Likewise, Mason Hupfer. Now we'll close it out for the Indians and the Knights on the boys' side. Girls still going at it. Got a 2-pin 6-10 to pick up there for the Indians. So once Fredericktown and Mount Gilead's girls are concluded, we will go ahead and go to the awards ceremony. Russ Montgomery of Northmor will handle that. Mount Gilead Indian girls looking to finish off on a high note, as are the Fredericktown girls. Freddy's with a spare opportunity here on lane 13. And they get it. And the strike for the Freddy's girls. And this Victory Lane Saturday Youth League now in session through April 25th. Bowlers can compete in bumper or standard divisions with weekly games and a season-ending banquet scheduled for May 2nd. To register or to learn more, call Victory Lanes at 419-468-4868 or visit them here at 739 Portland Way South in Galion. Along with Adam Thompson, I'm Keith Kokinda. The KMAC Bowling Championships coming to a conclusion, the 9th edition of this tournament. And we will have the presentation of the team trophies for the boys and the girls, as well as the top 10 individuals on both the boys' side and the girls' side. And our thanks to all the people here at Victory Lanes, along with the great athletics department staff and the athletic directors of the KMAC. And we'll be depending on them here in the next 6 weeks as we get into our high school basketball tournament coverage.
It's Brady.
Yes, Brady Carr of Northmor now joining us here. And Brady, you got on a little bit of a hot streak there in Game 3, as well as here in the Baker's round. What was the difference going into that?
Yeah, you know, I mean, just being with these guys. I mean, I joined late, so, I mean, just kind of putting it all out there.
Yeah, big thing for your team is trying to fight against Mount Gilead, and you were sitting next to the sharing lanes with them a couple of times. How difficult was that for you trying to play catch-up with them, knowing they were right there alongside you?
Yeah, you know, honestly, I mean, some people kind of look over at all their other scores, but, I mean, I'm kind of looking at ours, trying to see how good we can get, how we can get better. Get better for sectionals. Well,
good work today, Brady. We'll see you for the awards ceremony. Brady Carr, one of the seniors for Northmor Bowling. Thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
So we'll... So Mount Gilead now finishing up here at the end, as our Fredericktown still got a couple of turns left here going into their last round of the Baker's round. And Fredericktown have been behind Northmor through the 3 games. So they got a little, Freddie's got a little bit of a late start apparently, so we'll be on them for a while. And a good spare pickup for the Freddies, who've had a good tournament here, trying to come from behind against this very tough Northmor team. And a nice spare pickup for the Mount Gilead girls as well there. Well, right in the pocket, but a little unlucky.
I got picture-in-picture. Tight, wide. So
Adam Thompson brought up our picture-in-picture view here. And a few more pins fell than you might have expected with that shot for Mount Gilead. Fredericktown, big spare pickup opportunity here. And they get it, nicely done. They've had a few of those here in the Baker's rounds with some 3 and 4 pin spares that they've gotten. Last few rounds of Baker's rounds, and again, Mount Gilead and Fredericktown got a little bit of a late start. And there's a good spare pickup for the Indians as well, matching the spare for the Freddies. Didn't quite have the hook on to get it where she wanted it. And we will have the awards coming up here shortly once the Indians and the Freddies finish up. Another stubborn 10-pin that won't fall. Had a lot of that today. Not quite for the spare opportunity for Mount Gilead. There's a strike for the Freddies. Still trying to come from behind against Northmor. Victory Lanes offers birthday and group party packages all year round. Packages include 2 hours of bowling, shoe rentals, party setups, and optional food service with items like hot dogs, grilled cheese, and soda pitchers. Souvenir bowling pins are also available. For reservations and package details, call Victory Lanes here in Galion at 419-468-4868. And just missing the strike, the Freddies leave the 7-pin this time. Had a few of those left standing as well, but it's been more those 10 pins. A little extra sticky spots there. And great work by everybody here at Victory Lanes.
Wallace, Michael. Centerburg. Put it on pretend
And
you're
one,
playing Call of Duty.
yeah.
All right.
One of Centerburg's seniors here, Michael Wallace, joins us. A couple Scottish people there, Wallace of Ferguson. Well, Michael, what was the big thing for your team? What was the best thing you had going for you today in this tournament?
Going in, acting like we have nothing to lose. It works every time.
Yeah.
Nothing's scarier than going against someone who's got nothing to lose.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Working on morale too. We're just trying to stay up in morale. You don't want to get bummed out or tired. Ruins it for everybody else. So we were just trying to stay happy, even if we weren't doing that great. You know, keep encouraging everybody, and we're just trying to keep everybody happy. You know, we're having fun. We're bowling.
Yeah, it's a great attitude, especially as the regular season was a struggle, but you had a decent tournament here today.
Yeah.
We'll have to see the final results here coming up, but that has to be encouraging as you get ready for state tournament play.
Oh, 100%, yeah. I think we played pretty great. We had another person out here. He had a explosion in the last game. He bowled a 205.
Yeah.
204, 205. And his average is it doesn't reflect that. So it was great to see how great he did today, especially on a tough condition.
Yeah, it was a tough league, tough tournament as well. That 205 might have a chance of giving the top 10. We'll have to see what the results come in. But Michael Wallace, one of the Centerburg seniors, joining us. Thank you very much for your time, Michael.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it. Time for the awards ceremony coming up in a little bit. So we're still finishing up with Mount Gilead and Fredericktown girls down on lanes 13 and 14 with our dual screen here. And Fredericktown have been chasing after Northmor all day in this tournament, trying to make a late run at it. But Northmor, as I mentioned, has been the dominant team on the girls' side. You know, Michael Wallace talking about the attitude coming in. Cardington had finished next to last in the league in the regular season, only winning one match in 10 in KMAC play, and it was their only win all season. But they definitely stepped it up a bit here in the tournament. And we'll see the final results here once the Adams trying to collect the final boys results, since the boys are all finished. Girls, Mount Gilead girls had Larissa Coleman, who finished second in the league in average with 172.7. And she had the 5th highest game of the year at 213. Fredericktown's top performer on the season was Maddie Bartlett, averaging just over 137. Reagan Blanchard was in the top 10 for high series for Fredericktown with a 339, and also had the 9th highest game of the season in the league as well at 191. So Adam is tabulating the boys' results right now as Fredericktown finishing up. And there's a great pickup of a big spare for the Freddies. And last spare chance for the Indians, not quite there. And Victory Lanes will be hosting the PBA 50 Sherry Bodkins Women's Health Awareness Memorial Central Open, now in its 15th year. The tournament is March 27th through the 29th. Bringing senior professional bowlers to Galion for Pro-Am events, qualifying rounds, and championship match play. For event details or future participation opportunities, contact Victory Lanes. Call them at 419-468-4868 or come up here and visit them at 739 Portland Way South in Galion. Terrific facility they have here in Galion. And a tough spare pickup there for the Freddies. Can't get it. And that will wrap it up for Fredericktown. And she knew right away that was not going to get both pins. Mount Gilead with at least one more round here in the Baker's rounds. And we'll have the boys' scores up here in a little while as Adam gets the results and puts them in. Right in the pocket, but leaving a split. One of those nasty 5.7s. As we saw Audrey Hammond get a 5.10 in her third game. And again, we apologize for not being able to identify all of these players because of the fact that not all of them have names on their shirts. Oh, another stubborn 10-pin. Can't hold on to that last board. So that will do it for the KMAC Bowling Championships. We will take a brief break here, get all the scores input. We'll be back for the awards ceremonies. You are watching the KMAC Bowling Championships live and free on OH Report, the future of local sports.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Okay, first thing we're going to do is announce the KMAC Boys All-Tournament team. In 8th place, rolling a 5.33 from Northmor, senior Brady Carr.
Russ Montgomery handling the introductions and the announcement of all the.
Where's Brady at?
The
Is he making
all-tournament
his
team.
way
Yeah,
down there yet?
Yeah, he's on his way.
All right, here we go. All right, in 7th place, rolling a 5.46 from East Knox, Blake Calhoun. Sixth place, rolling a 5.50 from Fredericktown, Mason Gearhart. Hey, hightail it down here. Let's go. Come on, Mason. Take your coat off, please. All right, in 5th place, rolling a 5.56 from Mount Gilead, CJ Knight. Hey, did I say your last name right? No. Kaneep? Oh, okay, there we go.
My
Give it
apologies
up
for
for him
mispronouncing
again.
that as well.
In 4th place, rolling a series of 5.94 from Centerburg, senior Michael Wallace.
Just had him on a few moments ago. These totals do include the Baker's
Finished
rounds,
in
by the
3rd
way.
place with a 6.32 from Mount Gilead, senior Carson Street. Your tournament runner-up, rolling games of 180, 267, 189 with a 636 series from Fredericktown, Jordan Moore.
And that 267 game in game 2 is the second highest
a
in the
senior.
league this season, behind Blake Calhoun's
he's a senior, too.
268 of East Knox.
All right. 2026 KMAC Boys Champion, rolling games of 203, 244, 207 for a 654 series from Mount Gilead High School, sophomore Mason Hupper. Nice job. You guys scrunch together in the middle and we'll all get pictures here.
Hupfer previously had a high game of 247. This year was just 3rd in the league during the regular season.
Okay, give it up one more time for your all-tournament team. Nice rolling, boys. Okay, we're going to announce the top 3 teams, but only the top team will go out on the podium there. In 3rd place, rolling a 34.82, Fredericktown. In 2nd place, rolling a 36.06, Northmor. And your 2026 KMA Tournament champion, rolling a 3,806, the Mount Gilead Indians.
So the
We
Indians,
got a trophy coming down for you, boys, so don't take pictures without the trophy here.
so the Indians do the double, winning both the regular season and now the tournament championships. Sectionals begin on Tuesday. Crestline will be in Division II at Star Lanes in Port Clinton. Wednesday, East Knox will be going to Lex Lanes in Lexington for theirs. And Cardington, Centerburg, East Knox. Today, that East Knox is a regular season game. Then for the sectionals,
Stay out there.
on
They want
Friday,
you to stay out there for a
Cardington,
minute.
Centerburg, East Knox, and Fredericktown, Mount Gilead, and Northmor in the Division II sectional. They'll be at HP Lanes Friday, February 13th, 11 a.m. You see the Indians getting their tournament trophy.
Nice job. Give it up for your tournament champions, Mount Gilead. Yeah, 3806.
Take it back. That was for the girls. For the boys, for the tournament, they'll have Crestline will still go to Star Lanes in Port Clinton, and
Okay, now to
the
turn
rest
it
of the
down
schools
to the
will go
girls'
for
side.
the HP Lanes on. That'll be on Saturday
2026 girls
at
all
11
tournament
a.m.
team.
For Cardington, Centerburg, East Knox, Fredericktown, Mount Gilead, and Northmore.
In
That's for the
8th
boys.
place, rolling a 423 from Northmor, Bella White.
Bella White, the left-hander, with a big series, getting her 8th place.
In 7th place, rolling a 227 from Cardington, Madison Lathers.
I mentioned Lothers was
That
4th
was
in the league.
427, I guess.
Lothers averaged 162.8,
Okay.
which is good for 4th in the
In
league.
6th place, rolling a 470 from Northmor, Barry Tamiko.
She was 3rd
Rolling
in
a
the league in average.
494 in 5th place from Mount Gilead, Larissa Coleman.
Coleman was 2nd in the league with a 172.7 average.
In 4th place, rolling up 503 from Fredericktown, Maddie Bartlett.
Bartlett was 13th in the league with a 137 average.
In 3rd place, rolling a 505 series from Northmor, Haley Walker.
Walker finished 5th in the league, had the 4th highest series during the season.
The KMAC Girls Tournament runner-up, rolling a 522 from East Knox, Kelsey Jensen.
Jensen was the league leader with a 175 average. Also had the 3rd highest series on the season.
Rolling games of 180, 190, and 194 for a 564 series. Your tournament champion from Northmor, senior Audrey Hammond.
Hammond, as you heard from those numbers, very consistent. Not quite close to a high game of 228. But definitely exceeding her average of 158 on the season, which was 6th in the league. So Audrey Hammond coming up big for the Golden Knights here in the tournament.
Hey, give it up one more time for the tournament, all tournament team. Okay, we're going to announce the top 3 teams. Only the top team will go onto the podium. In 3rd place, rolling a score of 26.56, Cardington. Your tournament runner-up, rolling a 28.86, Fredericktown. Your 2026 KMAC Girls Tournament champion, rolling a score of 3,267, Northmor.
Like Mount Gilead, the Northmor girls do the double, regular season and tournament champions. So there you are, Northmor with the girls 2026 championship. Likewise, Mount Gilead for the boys, as both teams do the double in the regular season and the tournament. Again, the sectionals will begin this weekend at HP lanes for most of these schools. Star lanes for Crestline. All these schools compete in Division II in OHSAA bowling. So glad you enjoyed this here. So again, a couple of interviews coming up here. First of all, Mason Hupfer of Mount Gilead, part of the team championship as well as the individual championship. And Mason, your performance today exceeded what you've been doing in the regular season. What was the key to not only you but the team winning today?
Just teamwork and cheering each other on and being uplifting towards everyone, and just supporting the team really brings everybody together and just secures the win.
Yeah. And you did win all your league matches. You weren't exactly running away with it. You had a couple of teams behind you that were pretty competitive. What was the difference in terms of making sure that you basically stayed on top of them and not let them get a chance to get into the competition with you?
Yeah, so, I mean, pretty much the same thing, just supporting the team, being together, and just making sure that, like, the other teams just didn't pull ahead or take over the lead.
Well, you certainly did, leading for a wire-to-wire in the tournament. And again, you, Mason Hupfer, a terrific performance, exceeding what you've been doing in the regular season. Congratulations on both championships, and best wishes going forward in the state tournament.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
So Mason Hupfer of Mount Gilead, the individual champion, the Indians part of the winning the team championship. Now over to the girls' side, Audrey Hammond from Northmor, who won the individual championship, leading her Golden Knights to another team championship. And Audrey, you've been dominant all season long. Your whole team has. You will really, like Mason, really kind of stepped up your game here in the tournament. What was the key to that for you?
You know, I really just tried not to think about my score, and if I messed up, I didn't get down on myself. I just worked on my strike line and really tried to bowl good. Well,
there weren't too many mess-ups. In fact, a couple of spectacular split pickups you had for spares in that game 3. That was, especially that 5-10 you had early on. How important was that, especially since it was the third game, how important was that for you for a confidence factor, especially, as you said, not really trying to pay attention to your score?
You know, it really helped, to keep my confidence up and helped me to build on that to get more strikes and just keep multiplying my score.
Yeah. Very good, Audrey. Audrey Hammond, again, exceeding her performance in the regular season with a big tournament performance. And we're going to give you the last word, a shout-out to anybody you like.
I'd like to shout out my mom for always being my biggest cheerleader.
All right, so thank you very much, Audrey Hammond, the individual champion in the KMAC, as well as leading her team, Northmor, to another league title, doing the double, as we said. And so that will wrap things up here from Victory Lanes in Galion, the Mount Gilead Indians for the boys and the Northmor Golden Knights for the girls, winning the tournament championship. And they'll be off to sectional play coming up here next weekend, Friday for the boys, Saturday for the girls at HP Lanes. So Thank you very much. Don't forget, we will have all of our high school basketball tournament coverage coming up here over the next 4 to 6 weeks. Thanks again to everybody here at Victory Lanes. Thank you very much to Brian Skoronsky and Travis Berardi. Thank you, Adam Thompson, for all your help. And thanks again for watching the Future of Local Sports OH Report. I'm Keith Kokinda. Good afternoon from Galion. You've been watching the KMAC Bowling Championships live and free on OH Report, the Future of Local Sports.